But alright. So, another video by Drama Theory. Because they keep on making some amazing videos. And this one is Adventure Camp All-Stars versus Total Drama All-Stars. And I know a lot of people have watched both. And I've heard stuff about the Total Drama All-Stars because I remember watching every season that they had, and they're all great, in my opinion. And I heard that All-Stars was just really bad, and then for All-Stars for Adventure Camp, it started going well until it went to the end, and people started saying that it sucked. So it's kind of going the same route as Total Drama, but not as bad. So let's see what Drama 3 has got to say.
But can the new All-Stars really be even worse than the original one? Well, today we're gonna find out. In this Adventure Camp All-Stars versus Total Drama All-Stars final debate. To make this as objective as possible, there will be 7 rounds along the way.
Oh,
each round, one
the
of the
cast,
two
development, challenges, storyline, and all the other
season
stuff.
with the most points will be declared the superior All-Star season.
Oh my
The
gosh.
cast. I'll start with Adventure Camp. Out of the 28 contestants that have been in the series so far, the cast was perfectly made from the people who had the biggest impact on the gameplay.
Yeah.
Even though the filler characters were dropped this season, I like that we still got to see what some of them were up to in the first episode. So Adventure Camp did a pretty good job in picking the cast, while Total Drama almost did the same. In the official announcement, most of the fans weren't really happy with the contestants chosen for the Total Drama All-Stars.
Yeah, I've heard about that. Like, people were like, no, I didn't want to see this character. This character, like, doesn't work. I wanted to see this character and see their iteration and stuff like that. And, yes, I will agree. Like, there were some picks that they chose for, obviously, they had a lot. They had the Total Drama cast, and then they had the Revenge of the Island cast. And I think they had the other one, which was Pocketel Island, if I'm not mistaken, before All Stars started coming out. Like, they had that. Or if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But I'm assuming that it's kind of that. But they had those two iterations, which was Revenge and the normal. They could have added so many people in this one because it's an all-star season. But no, like, they didn't do that at all. They just said, you know what, let's just add the ones that were very showcased throughout the show all the time, and we'll just make a season out of it.
And it's understandable why. It's called All-Stars after all. You expect the best of the best to be there.
Yeah, there was no Lashana.
Characters like Sierra and Sam.
I mean, Sam was cool.
Seen as filler characters. Yet contestants like Owen, Dawn, or Lashana, some of the most beloved contestants of all time, were left behind.
Yeah, that was crazy. We had no Owen. Imagine having Owen in All-Stars, like, as an addition, or Lashana, or DJ, or any of these characters. It would have been such a well-defined kind of last season before they started doing the reboot.
So the point goes to Adventure Camp.
And yeah, I also forgot to say that they didn't, like, explain, like, what happened to the people that were not chosen for this. Like, what did they end up doing? I know they do that for, like, mostly every season for Total Drama, but not this one. Like, they completely forgot about them. Like, they were non-existent.
Development. I'll start with Adventure Camp because it has more characters.
Development.
Let's talk about the characters who got
development is for sure them as well.
Connor evolved a lot this season by finally letting go of Rhea and becoming
and she got the bad ending
mentor for the other contestants. Gred had her redemption arc. Tess showcased her personal growth in terms of emotional stability.
Yeah, like, this Adventure Camp, like, has its own
with money,
amazingness that they
was just based.
based.
Aiden was, in my opinion, one of the smartest and most down-to-earth people in the entire show. Also, I know Alex got some hate, but honestly, I actually liked him. Sure, he wasn't an ideal human being, but he did change. He became a better person.
Never watched, so I don't know what to say about it. Oh, it's an amazing development
Jake
video.
And Rhea. First, there's Jake. Bro was always letting his feelings get in the way.
Okay. Yes, I get it. So we have those three, and those three were the ones that were so attacked. They were so attacked in this whole season, and I get it. Jake, he was he was manipulated so many times. He was so bitchy with everyone. He was such, oh my gosh, dude. I he was just a brat like towards this whole season. And yes, he did have his little redemption arc, patching things and everything. But oh my gosh, bro, just the amount. And then with the gamer girl, it's also the same thing. She started also bitching about almost everything. She was so insecure, and she always fought with Jake, and until like they butted heads at the end, it all came to be amazing. And then with Rhea just being a total bitch throughout this whole season, oh my gosh, dude, the persona just it was so bad. But I agree, like, they never changed, but they only had that little bit of development. But this show shows development in the characters, and Total Drama doesn't. They regress them to the fucking extent that they don't know who the fuck are the characters anymore. You mean the Total Drama show? Oh, I definitely recommend you to check out Total Drama for sure. It's amazing. Like, you get to fall in love with the characters of, oh wow, look at this guy. He likes to eat almost everything. He likes to fart a lot. Like, yeah.
I mean, he caused Ashley's, Connor's, and James's eliminations just because of his stubbornness.
Yep.
Allie turned on her allies
Oh, it's
for
Allie.
most of the season. Andrea, she crossed the line so many times,
She
I
did.
stopped counting. I know she was a villain, but man, the fact that she said this to Connor when
And
everyone
also
thought that
crippled
he was
him.
paralyzed because of her,
Have fun in a wheelchair for the rest of your life.
that was a low blow.
Christ.
But
It
let's see
was.
how Total Drama's character development went.
No. No.
Horrendous.
It was horrendous.
Yeah, Duncan struggled with being nice.
Yeah.
Gwen over trying to get Courtney's approval.
Yeah.
Lindsay being dumber than ever.
Yeah.
Cameron being at half of his brain capacity. And the list goes on and on.
Yeah,
Joe,
you have
Lightning, and
Mel,
Cam remain pretty much
the
the
Mel,
same.
what's it called, being
Just
the
small percentage of
villain.
the
You have
contestants.
Alejandro now
Most of this
being
derailment happens
this
so Mal can be seen as an
manipulative guy.
all-powerful villain.
It's so
Mal,
bad.
the dude who acts and laughs like any other cartoon villain made to scare a 5-year-old. Look at villains like Duncan, Heather, or Alejandro. You can
They
tell that
regressed
these
him
people
so
are
much
inspired
that I
by
said they
real-life
don't
villain
know who they are
stereotypes.
anymore.
Mal, on the other hand, seems like that
I don't
weird
watch
dude
so much
no
shows
one
and
wants to
stuff,
sit
mostly
around
history
during
stuff.
lunchtime.
Ah, then
So
you're an
for the
intellectual
character
guy.
development, the point
That's good.
goes to Disventure Camp again. The challenges. Let's take a look at Disventure
Oh, the
Camp's
challenges?
First,
They're
they
really
didn't feel
well thought
original.
out.
For most of the challenges, I felt like I was watching a classic Total Drama obstacle race.
Yeah,
The
it's
musical
just
challenge was the
an
first
obstacle.
one that really got my attention. Then there's the pace and the tension. There is one
With
big
Total
problem
Drama,
that
it
pretty
just
much
goes
picked up the
fucking
pace throughout
weird.
The entire season. The long mid-challenge conversations. I remember watching the diving challenge and seeing this happening.
I feel bad, Ashley.
Oh gosh. Yeah, like I get like the whole point
I
that they're
love to
just
see those
talking.
scenes, but not when immunity is at stake. The ones from Total
But
Drama
this
All-Stars
one,
were pretty good. Some of
They
my
do have like the
favorites
moments
were
where
the
they
war
do talk a lot,
challenge,
but it's all the
eating
point of just
contest,
having the
blue
development
moon
of
challenge,
characters.
and the boxing one.
Yeah, but this
Although I
one
can't say
has
that they were
crazy
extraordinary or
challenges.
totally
I would
original, they
not
were
disagree
interesting
that
and
this
had a
one
good pace.
always kills it
So
with
the point
challenges.
goes to Total Drama. The storyline. In Disventure Camp, the main storyline was the classic heroes versus villains rivalry.
The same
Now, I
thing
won't
that
lie to
happens
you.
with this
In the
one.
first moments, I saw a lot of potential in the villain alliance. But then they wasted it by making the heroes aware of it an episode later.
Rhea, Alec, Gret, Yule, Ellie, and Fiore have formed a secret villains alliance.
But like
Sure,
they
had
still
their
got
moments in which they
regressed
used the alliance,
with
especially in
getting
the elimination
their asses
ceremonies.
beaten.
But to be honest with you,
That it literally
for me,
took
it
them
felt like it
so
didn't
many
really
times
matter.
to
What's
get
even
on
the point of
the
that
page.
stupid alliance then?
I'm not saying that the creators shouldn't have used the alliance and just scrapped this plot immediately. But
True.
I think the storyline could have been explored more. Besides this, I feel like the creators
Those
tried
long
too much to
conversations
create a
must have
lot
been
of
boring as
emotional
heck.
moments, to
Yeah,
the
but
point they
like
overdid them.
you gotta go into the light of like
There were a lot of small
exploring the
storylines,
characters.
like the relationship
That's why.
between Yule and Gret, the love drama between Tom, Jake, Aiden, and many others. I know the drama is kind of this Venture Camp's thing, but there was a big problem with this.
Oh, gosh.
I don't know how it felt for you, but for me, it was very annoying. Some of the drama felt unnatural. A perfect example is that scene in which Rhea changed Jake's original letter with the one made by
Oh,
herself in order to
yeah.
get Allie mad at him. Now the drama could have been solved if they would have just continued to talk for just 30 seconds, and there were a lot of cases like this one. In Total Drama's case, its first and main storyline was Mal's rise and the so-called ultimate villain.
The
and
ultimate
Mike's
villain.
journey to take back control of his
Oh
body.
yeah, that was the whole
Their
point.
biggest success. Besides the fact that Mal wasn't a threatening villain at all, he was defeated in the worst way possible.
button
the
push.
button was not only one of the most offensive moments in Total Drama's history, but also one of the most anticlimactic
Oh my god,
ones.
look at
Then
this!
there's
The amount
heroes
of
versus
paragraphs that
villain
they wrote for
storyline,
this crap
which
is
was interesting
crazy.
on paper, but was very badly executed in the season. I'm starting to think that this exact storyline might be the reason behind the problems of both All-Stars. Yeah.
Yes.
The Total Drama storylines felt more natural and were better managed. So this point goes to Total Drama.
Okay, so yeah, I will agree that when it comes to like storylines, especially for All Stars, like they did follow the same formula. Heroes versus villains. It didn't work out. It did suck. Everything would suck in this case because obviously, like, you don't know where to go from this. Because yeah, there's gonna be alliances, but then eventually they're gonna be discovered, like who exactly are the hidden villains and stuff like that. It takes time, but they just didn't tackle this in the greatest point. But obviously, after that, after All Stars, after Pocketel Island, after all these other islands that happened, they literally went to create Peak, which was the reboot season. The reboot season did amazing. So I'm assuming, yeah, they had their flaws, but they correcting themselves with another season, new characters. So they probably do want to go in that route. And then if they end up doing another All Stars, they know what to like check out and look out for to make a better storyline. And it's the same thing with this Venture Camp, with them making a season 4 with new characters, new storyline. It could be Peak as well. You never know. You always got to keep your mind open to these things. But yeah, I do agree. Both storylines were really bad when it comes to the hero versus villains.
Elimination Order.
Oh
In
god, this Venture Camp is
the
going to
first
lose this
6
one.
eliminated contestants were James, Lake, Miriam, Hunter, Fiore, and Ellie. Except for Ellie, none of these people got too much character development.
No.
And most of them already got pretty far in the game the last time they competed. So until now, everything made sense. But
Okay.
then things started to get messy. I feel like there was no
Oh.
logic. There was no story behind their elimination. Most of the time, it was
Just
about
random?
one person just turning against its alliance, or others being so concentrated on their emotions that they made stupid decisions that led to random eliminations. Out of the
Okay.
final 6, I think the most interesting characters that were still in the game were Grant, Connor, and Rhea. Only Rhea remained as a finalist. So here, the elimination order kinda sucks. But what about Total Drama?
Yeah, and it was the same
first
thing
6
that
people
they
to
were
be
literally
eliminated
saying,
were Lindsay, Lightning, Joe, Sam,
Oh, dude.
Heather, and Sierra. That
Heather
pretty
should
much
have
made sense.
Well, never mind.
Because they were
She
either
couldn't have stayed
ex-finalists
because
or
obviously, like, they
characters
were
who
very
didn't
close
really
to winning
evolve
as
in the
well.
new season. So there was no point in keeping them. Also, the next 4 eliminations made sense. Their storylines were pretty much done. I think that
Yeah.
it was a good decision to make Scott one of the 3 finalists. Since it was
Why?
pretty funny to
He was
see the new
fucking
Scott during
horrible.
All-Stars.
This man was just
Obviously,
so
Matt
bad
was
in
the
this
main
whole
antagonist,
season. He was
and
just
Zoe was
bad.
The only person that
Like, he
could
was
have
no
stopped him
longer
if they needed
the
to be in
troll
finale.
from
I would
Revenge.
say that the creators handled the elimination order pretty well in TDAS.
But then again,
so here,
for
the
a messed
point
up
goes to Total
storyline
Drama.
of this season, which is really
Now,
bad.
since humor
And oh my gosh, it was just so bad. And I do agree that the elimination order did go bad for this Venture Camp, because later I started seeing some videos of people talking about like their thoughts about the final, and they were saying that, damn dude, it's because like the creator wanted to go this route instead of this other route that they had and stuff like that. And yeah, this was gonna suck. completely, and also these characters suck as well that were the finalists and stuff like that. And I do agree to an extent that, yeah, but it all depends on your storyline, and sometimes these storylines, ooh, they really went really bad, and especially with the developments that they had, and they would just say, oh, random, and not think of logic. Like, logic is away in these storylines, but humor, it's gonna go to Total Drama.
Is a pretty subjective thing.
'Cause, like,
It's
Total Drama
pretty
just
hard
has
to
the
measure
most
which season had the best humor.
outrageous
Yet, I think
stuff.
every fan who watched the season knows the big number of adult jokes that were spread throughout this Venture Camp All-Stars. It
Yeah.
reminded me of the original Total Drama Island. On the other hand,
Oh, God.
for Total Drama All-Stars, humor wasn't exactly its strong point.
Cameron!
What?
Oh,
Sorry.
oh yeah, that.
So this point goes to this Venture Camp.
Yeah.
The finale. In both seasons, the final challenges were great. The one from this Venture Camp built
The
more
bubble?
tension, especially in the Coliseum part. The one
And
versus
trying
one
to
fight
obstacle
between
course
Jake and Rhea was a
to the
great
end.
moment. Both
And also
visually and
the
emotionally.
fighting
Far
for
better
this
than
one
what
was
we
crazy.
get in the final challenge of Total Drama All Stars.
With
But
Chef.
It's not the only thing.
Like,
that
I
makes
was
a great
assuming there was
finale.
gonna be way
It's
more.
Also its results. After Mal's defeat, I honestly didn't really care who takes the money. Personally, I would have been okay with both of them, but I was pretty disappointed when Rhea took the money. After proving to be the worst human being in the entire Disventure Camp universe.
Yes, but you gotta realize that even if the villain wins in this one and literally like discarded everyone in her path, they literally get the horrible ending at the end of the run. So for drama theory, this is what my thought is and my consciousness on this one, that obviously I'm okay that she lost this one, because obviously like the hero has changed so much throughout this whole season of this Venture Camp All Stars. Like, you saw how Jake was. He was bratty, he was manipulated, he was just overall a mess of a character. And then when it came to like the ending of that one, you saw that he literally still had his friends, he literally still had Tom, he literally still had all these relationships that were destroyed from this game, Ellie being one of them. And they managed to like butt heads at the end. And for Rhea, she literally discarded everyone, even Connor, who gave her the time of day, who gave Rhea the time of day, and literally like discarded them, won the money. But then what happened? No one decided to stay with her, not even at the end, even though she said that it was just a ploy to literally just keep winning. But nope, she lost everything. She went to the state of depression because she lost everyone, and now the sister's going to be doing the same thing, which is following the footsteps of Rhea, which is a dark path, and now she has to live with that mentality. So it's a good thing that she won, because she got the bad ending and Jake got the good ending of, yes, not losing the money, but also having friendships and connections still throughout this whole game.
Yeah,
So it closes
when I think
up a
about
story.
it, after the end of Total Drama All-Stars, I honestly didn't feel too much fulfillment. I mean, Mike and Zoe weren't exactly my all-time favorites. Campo and Aqua was gone,
Yeah.
and pretty much all the cast was gone as well.
Oh, yeah,
But this
true, that
Venture
they
Camp
get
played
flown
their
away in the
cards
sun.
perfectly. Because right after the disappointment of Rhea winning the money, we get to see the events that happen afterwards.
Exactly.
All the contestants getting their happy ending. Plus that
Yeah.
last part in which we see Rhea alone and unhappy
Yes.
is the perfect conclusion.
Yes,
For the
telling
finale,
you.
the point goes to this Venture Camp.
Yeah, this Venture Camp is
Making
gonna get it.
Also, today's winner. There it is, guys. If you liked this video, you'll surely love this one, in which I compare Total Drama Island 2023.
Yes, and then obviously like I saw that video as well, and if you want to check that reaction that I gave for it, I'll also like search it up, and add myself to Sham Live. I would definitely like this video because that was an amazing video, and I do agree, it did have its flaws, both of them, but they had an amazingness to itself. Because yeah, you just never would expect the randomness from the challenges to the characters to the developments to stuff like that, and I definitely loved it. So W video from Drama Theory, and also agreed to like the whole point of the conclusion. So I literally thought like they weren't gonna point that out of that ending, but yeah, that, like I'm saying, like when it comes to that ending of this venture camp, I'm glad it happened because it shows progress for everyone. But yeah, amazing video, and I can't wait to see for what's gonna be next for this venture camp. This dude is a good critic. Yeah, he is. He's an amazing critic. Definitely check out his videos. If you end up watching Total Drama, or if you end up watching like anything this venture camp, because they end up covering it and they're really great. And I'm glad that they were in my timeline because they have these amazing videos. So yeah, shout out to Drama Theory for another banger of a video to check out. Amazing.